Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Not an easy video to make, but just spoken to my sister, and my mum's pacemaker is working fine. It's doing its job. So she's getting kicked off the cardiac ward basically because they've done their bit, and she's waiting for a bed on a geriatric ward where they've got more specialist type people to help with people like her, which are basically just. My sister said she doesn't want to wake up. She seems to think that she's actually aware of what's going on around her, but she just won't respond. And she's not eating and drinking, but she's getting fluids from the drip. My sister took food in yesterday and she ate some of it, but I'm surprised that was allowed in the hospital. But my sister took her face mask off and asked my mum who she was. Who am I? And she just shook her head. So she's just not with it. And they still haven't sorted out the kidney issues as to what it is. But basically a urine infection of somebody of that age can be seriously damaging. But there's not going to be any more news now until she gets on the ward where they've got more specialists akin to her other issues rather than her cardiac issue, which has now been sorted. My personal opinion is she's not coming out. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But that's probably what's going to happen. Now this weekend Hannah's coming down, so apart from this video, which I'm just knocking out, there won't be any videos this weekend. I'm taking a break. Hannah's coming down, so I got a bit of a travelling day tomorrow, and then catching up time, and I got a lot to discuss with Hannah about the consequences of what could be with Mum, and what I'm going to do as a consequence. And then Sunday, the reason for Hannah coming down is our first Bournemouth Orchid Society social event where we actually get to meet each other again, which is our summer garden party. And the weather forecast changed over the last day and it looks like it's going to be pouring with rain, so it's highly likely to be cancelled. But so be it. Quite honestly, if it gets cancelled, I think that I will prepare the food that we were going to take and we'll go and sit somewhere in the car and look at the sea or something and have a picnic in the car. But anyway, so I'm not really available over the weekend. So Sunday chat is off this week, and we'll probably pick that up on Monday and do a Sunday chat on Monday. It's not the first time, it probably won't be the last. But unless anything really exceptional happens over the weekend that I can do a quick video for, then I probably just won't bother. I'll give it a rest for a bit. It's not the end of the world. But anyway, that's the sort of situation at the moment. It's not looking good for Mum, and might sound selfish, but long term that could be some serious implications for me as a person and where I live, and the channel, the knock-on effect. Where am I going to go? How am I going to keep these orchids going? And without the orchids I have no channel. So it gets complicated, which I'm hoping to talk over a lot with Hannah this weekend and at least come up with options. The worst thing I think that's going to come out of it, excuse me, is that I'm going to end up in a place where the cats are going to have to become house cats, and then they won't be able to go out, because I think I'm going to end up in some sort of apartment. If I can get some sort of this is probably a temporary thing for 6 months or something, but I can't get my own place until this place is sorted out and I have the money from it, providing that's the way it goes and that's the way Mum's will still reads. It's all going to take time, but while all that is getting done, I need somewhere to live, and I think I'm going to have to end up taking an apartment. If I get a 2-bedroom apartment, that's 1 bedroom for the orchids, 1 for me, a settee for when Hannah comes to stay. Not for her, for me, obviously. And the cats will have to be indoor cats. They will have to get used to a litter tray and being indoors. Luckily, they are old and spend most of their time asleep. Sometimes I wish I was that old. Typical. Hurricane Hector fires up. It's because I've turned the fans off. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. So there's a lot going on in my head at the moment. It's all buzzing round, and I need the calmness and sanity of Hannah over the weekend to get things sort of at least sorted in my mind, and then we'll go from there. So I'll probably pick up again on Monday with some sort of chat about something that I haven't even thought of yet. You know the story, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.